Hello, Butler 1199. My name is Dan. I am the delegate from BH Call Intake, and it is strike day 6. It's hard to keep track anymore with all the running around I've been doing. So it's been an eventful day. As you can see, I forgot to record my intro out at the line, so I'm doing it here at my home. For those of you wondering who haven't figured it out yet, the office from my previous videos that was my background was a fake background. This is really what I actually live in. It's not exactly the most pleasant place, but it's a good rent, and keeps me housed. But today's not about me. It was about all of us taking a little field trip today. We went to the Statehouse. It was a very big showing for that. And we made some noise. We went into the Statehouse, met with representatives, state senators, and talked to them about the $90 million that they were going to allocate in their budget for the hospital, well, for all the hospitals, and about how that there needs to be some guardrails on that, because if it's just money that's going right into the pockets of Care New England and not making its way back to the care that the patients receive, or to us in order to help maintain our quality, then it's not really a good spend, is it? So we had a good time there. We got a lot of support at the Statehouse, and you'll see in the footage there's some updates from Jesse. A couple of state senators came down to the picket line before that and actually went into the hospital. I had a chat with Mary Marin, where she did have to admit to them that things in the hospital are not as good as they were before we left. I think she tried to put it very politely, but the message is received that they're not having a fun time in there. We know it. So we're gonna keep it rolling, and tomorrow I'll see. I'm gonna have tomorrow off, so I won't be around, but I will have my sub-in camera person. So watch out for them. Be nice to them. Make sure to if they do some one-on-ones, pull them aside. But we're keeping it strong. We put on a ton of pressure today, and we're gonna bring this thing home, guys. So stay strong. Grill. Day 6, serving up meatballs, chicken.
Take 2 plates, brother.
We got Sean whipping it up out here.
Oh, I knew we were.
What you got for the people, Sean?
Meatball subs, turkey meatball subs, chicken breast, or veggie burgers.
Let's go.
They're getting lost in there. Patients are not being checked. Someone
posting videos of our hospital.
I don't do much of a CWA. A CWA is
clinical withdrawal protocol.
Thank you. So somebody scored a 29. I'm sorry. It was really ICU number. Yes. Right. So they have no idea how to do the most important things of our job when we're out on the floor. So. Did they give an SP patient a razor? Yes.
Yes.
We had, as of yesterday morning, there were 5 1-to-1s. There was an attack on another patient on the adolescent. We all know how that goes. It's not safe in there. It's not safe for the patients. It's not safe for the staff. It's it's not safe for anyone. And the very things that we fight for, we're out here because we want one-to-ones, because we know we need more staff, and they have 5 now. You know, so we need to get in there and make sure that our patients are okay and they're being treated, because if not, it can end in catastrophe. It can end in death.
We were coming out last week on the first day of the strike at 6 a.m. and I met someone over there who's been here for 10 years, I think, when we were talking. I met someone else who's here for 24 years, who works on the 3rd floor, who loves their work, knows their patients, and wants to be back in there because they know that safety is a concern. Talked to someone else who's been here for 26 years and retires in 18 months, and knows that this story that y'all are saying here is what's happening all across our country. Some of the most vulnerable people are left and forgotten inside of these facilities, while big administrators make fat paychecks, and while other workers can't afford groceries, can't afford rent, and can't afford their basic needs. That is simply unacceptable in this day and time, where we have people who've dedicated decades of their life to taking care of the most vulnerable Rhode Islanders, people who've dedicated their careers to making sure that the most vulnerable people have what they need, which is human dignity, respect, and the ultimate care to make sure they can get back into their communities. So I thank y'all for your work today. To come back to negotiating table.
Yes, we do. That's our intent today with Senator Mack. Our intent is to get them back to the table. Stop the fact that they're going to take your health care away, right? There's a lot of you folks that count on that. We hope that they'll come to the table and at least have a discussion with us, so we can bring back some information to you folks. That's what we're here for. You guys are all Rhode Islanders just like we are, and we're going to do everything we can to get them back to the table so you guys can get back to work.
Marching up to the Statehouse. It's whew. Man, if I don't lose weight by the end of this, I'm gonna be so mad. But let's go make some ruckus. Yeah.
That's power, baby. You are, and we're all important. A little dark.
On behalf of all the hospital workers who've been on strike since last Thursday, on an unfair labor practice strike where their employer has gravely violated the law. So one of the issues at the bargaining table is very similar to the work that is trying to be done for smoke-free casinos, which is workplace safety. And Am I right, Butler Hospital? Well, Butler Hospital in the last 4 months have seen over 140 workplace injuries due to the lack of staff and the lack of the ability to give proper patient care. As a healthcare union, we can understand that making sure you have a safe work environment and a safe place to do your job is unbelievably important. We support the fact that workers deserve a smoke-free workplace, and we respect the fact that people deserve the ability to do their work free from injury, free from these types of concerns. So, on behalf of our members at Butler Hospital across the state, we think that all workers should have a safe work environment. Am I right, guys? Thank you very much, Representative.
No, it's going. I think disappointed and
No. People's in poverty. And that shouldn't happen. That's your money going into Medicaid and reimbursement rates. And we deserve a life of dignity. And our patients deserve a staff that can commit their whole body to this work. Right? Not to worry that the car or their house isn't going to be, livable. Or maybe one day have a hope and dream of buying a place. Even in this economy. So look, we did a phenomenal amount of work. Oh, here's David Bennett, former nurse from Butler Hospital.
Man, I don't know about you, but ever since I went bald, whenever I get goosebumps, comes all the way over the top of my head. And once I heard us do what we do, that's what happened to me. Did that happen to you?
Yes.
The sound in there. And it wasn't a harsh sound. It was a beautiful sound. Right? Now this building was built long before healthcare workers had the right to have a union. By the way, I was born after that, but healthcare workers didn't have the right to join a union in this country until 1975.
Yep.
40 years after workers in other industries had the right to join a union. Why? Because it was predominantly seen as women's work. That's right. And ever since then, we've been fighting for the same piece of the pie that we deserve in our economy. Right?
Yes.
And that's what this fight is at Butler Hospital. So I got a report from the caucus. Okay? They caucused about the state budget. They talked about money for hospitals. The hospital bosses have been doing a good job having nice little, Sunday teas with every state legislator in their district. They're high-paid lobbyists that they fly in from other states. Say, give us $90 million in taxpayer dollars for Rhode Island hospitals. And I got a report that Democratic caucus had multiple people stand up and say, you cannot give hospital bosses money unless workers get it and unless patients get it. That's the first time in state history that hospital workers have had a voice in that caucus to demand a fair share of their money. That's the first time. And by the way, will it be the last time, will it? No! Because this is just the beginning of the work we have to do to be right by healthcare workers around the state. Now, I want to give you two other big updates. So while we were in there, the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Rhode Island issued a letter to Mary Merritt. Okay? Long-time ally of ours. Okay? And she said, and I quote, "It does not bear fruit for you to cut off health insurance for Butler Hospital workers. Yes. This is a violation of the mission of the hospital." Yes. Sabina Matos is going to come and walk our picket line tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Just like we just felt hers. Does that make sense, guys? While we were also in there, Joseph Carter, the Speaker of the House, also sent a letter and issued a public statement demanding that Butler Hospital get to the table and negotiate with our union. This is why wherever Care New England shows up, we show up. It doesn't have to be on the boulevard. It can be here on Smith Street. It can be at Michael Wagner's house. Wherever they are, we gotta go to win. Does that make sense? So look, we have a lot of work still to do. And I'll tell you this, all morning I was on the phone with the Department of Public Health. And they are gonna turn that hospital upside down. Senators, Senator Thompson, Senator Mack, and Representative Potter went into the hospital in surprise inspection. Those losers wouldn't let them on the units, believe it or not. I'll tell you this.
Wonder why. Wonder why.
Admitting to them that the care isn't as good as 1190. Can never pay for, and that's the love and respect we give the people we care for. So we gotta make sure, I know it is hard being outside all day. I know it's hard dealing with those fucking cops.
Yeah!
But look, I'll tell you this, the only reason why they give us a hard time is because we're on the side of justice. They only answer to people in power. And guess what? We're in power. So as we start to get on our buses, I want to make sure that tomorrow we have a lot of energy on that picket line. We wrap her up in the love and support that we always give our elected officials who stand with us. I will be contacting the federal mediators tomorrow to see when Care New England is ready to bargain. And we have to get our bargaining committee ready for that. Okay? Now, I'll say, we got to do some creative stuff on Thursday. All right? Because on Thursday it's going to pour. It's going to pour like cats and dogs. So we're going to find unique things for members to do, okay? To make sure that we're still in the fight and we don't have to sit in the rain. All right? So stay close to your picket captains. Now, who here filed for unemployment today? Now, the beautiful thing about that, Butler Hospital got 700 requests for unemployment. And you know what's beautiful about that? They have to pull all your payroll records for every worker. I'll tell you this, Butler Hospital has been trying all day to try to call people in this building. And because of our power and our presence here today, we got them standing tall against Butler Hospital. We gotta make sure we keep up the fight and we make sure the next few days are the best days for us to put our boot on their neck.